US President Donald Trump has agreed to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong Un after the leader of the reclusive state made the offer. Their meeting could take place as early as May this year. Now, confirming the development, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said, and I quote, "President Trump greatly appreciates the nice words of the South Korean delegation and President Moon. He will accept the invitation to meet with Kim Jong Un at a place and time to be determined. We look forward to the denuclearization of North Korea. In the meantime, all sanctions and maximum pressure must remain."
That North Korea will refrain from any further nuclear or missile tests. He understands that the routine joint military exercises between the Republic of Korea and the United States must continue. And he expressed his eagerness to meet President Trump as soon as possible. President Trump appreciated the briefing and said he would meet Kim Jong Un by May to achieve permanent denuclearization. The Republic of Korea, along with the United States, Japan, and our many partners around the world, remain fully and resolutely committed to the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Along with President Trump, we are optimistic about continuing a diplomatic process to test the possibility of a peaceful resolution.
A U.S. government official said that President Donald Trump agreed to the meeting as Kim Jong Un is the ultimate decision maker in his country. Earlier, South Korean envoy Chung Yong, who returned from the north after meeting Kim Jong Un, said that Pyongyang is willing to begin negotiations with the United States on abandoning nuclear weapons and suspend all nuclear and missile tests while remaining engaged in the talks. The envoy led a South Korean delegation earlier this week on a historic trip to Pyongyang. Washington and Pyongyang have been at loggerheads for years now over North Korea's nuclear and missile programs. Both Trump and Kim Jong Un have traded insults, with Trump describing Kim as little locket man, to which the Korean leader retorted by calling Trump a mentally deranged dotard. Kim Jong Un and his officials have consistently said that they will talk only to the United States and that the talks will be held without preconditions. Now, most recently, Vice President Mike Pence of the United States and Trump's daughter Ivanka attended the opening and closing ceremonies of the Winter Olympic Games at Pyeongchang in South Korea, where they were seated in the same box as the special envoys of Kim Jong Un that included his sister Kim Yo-jong. Right, joining me live from the WION newsroom is my colleague Palki Sharma Upadhyay. Palki, after many a flip-flop, President Trump finally agreeing to meet Kim Jong Un. What should India and the world expect from these talks, and what does it mean for the world at large?
Well, in the immediate term, it means that we've gone back from the nuclear brinkmanship and a potential nuclear crisis that was brewing with these two leaders trading charges and calling each other names. Remember, Donald Trump, he has certainly come a long way. He had said in the past that for 25 years, U.S. presidents have been trying to talk to the North Korean regime and they've been made fools of, and he was not in favor of something. He said something like this. He said only one thing will work, and that is putting more pressure on North Korea. So he certainly has changed that position and he's agreed to talk. But remember, we are talking about two leaders who believe they are the only people who matter. They are the only ones who can make a deal, and so there's many a slip between the cup and the lip. Still 2 months to go. The American administration believes that in these 2 months they are going to put a lot of pressure economically and otherwise on the North Korean regime to force them to make some real concessions. But we really do not know which way things are going, and there are very little details available on what this meeting will be all about, and this is only going to be a first step. But nonetheless, depends on which expert you're talking to. Some say that this is a path-breaking move, that Donald Trump has taken one of the biggest gambles of his presidency. Others say that this is foolhardy and you shouldn't take North Korea on face value. So very hard to say at this point what will be achieved, but I would say it's better than the kind of tension and name-calling that we saw over the last year.
Indeed, interesting times ahead. Thank you, Palki, for that input on the developing story.